Hello, Stampin' Friends. Welcome to Linda's Stampin' Escape and our Technique Tuesday. We are live July 13th, 2021. Thank you for joining me today. If you're popping in, don't forget to say hello in the comment box. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today I am going to be sharing one of the hottest new techniques out there. I'm not sure if it has a real name, although the components of it are our stamping blends, isopropyl alcohol, and vellum. So I kind of just been calling it the blended alcohol with vellum technique. So it is such a cool technique. I'm going to show you two different ways in which you can do it. And then I'll let you pick out which way works best for you. But let me just tell you that you better cut a lot of vellum, not because you're going to waste it, but because you're going to have so much fun. You're going to want to keep going once you get started. So, I am also going to be working with the Inspired Thoughts and Inspired Canopy dies tonight. So, you got a little peek at this last week. And then these are the dies for that. There we go. This is really cool because it really works well with the nature set that's in the catalog as well. That whole suite that is so cool looking. Yep, I love that. I am getting set up here. But here's a little sneak peek at our technique. So this is how it works. And I'm actually going to use these four colors. Or am I just going to use... I'm going to take the yellow out. And we're going to work with the three colors here. This is the Real Red. And I have Pumpkin Pie. And then Old Olive. So those three colors will be what we are using tonight. All right. Just want to grab this over here. And I just got to say, this is the paper that I believe must have inspired whoever created this technique. Our Expressions in Ink designer paper. It is amazing, as you guys know, because most of you ordered it. And I'm just going to tip this a little bit. And I hope that yours came in. For those of you who ordered it at our party, it was on back order, so that should be here. If you didn't get yours yet, message me, and I will look into that. But, see, it does look a lot alike. And you could actually put the gold flecks in there if you have that cool flex stuff, but I do not. So, all right, I'm just going to move this off to the side. One little thing, this is a tip that you have to be aware of. And I just want to say hello to Beth and Barb and Kathy. I see you guys popped in. Hello, ladies. You're going to be using alcohol, but not the 70%. So see my big no there? No, 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 not 70%. That will not work. So if you do not have something with a higher isopropyl concentrate, you're going to want to run out and get some. And you can just get it at Walgreens or Walmart, but it has to be like a 90, 91 or higher. I don't know if we in the U.S. sell the 100%. I know they can get it in Europe, but that's not going to help us unless we're going on a road trip, which works for me, ladies, if you want to go. But grab the 91%. And again, you can get this at Walmart, Walgreens, anywhere that sells that. So you will need that. I am going to move this off to the side, and I'm actually just going to pour a little bit in there. Just bring that down there. Hope you can see that. Nice to be able to see what I'm doing here, so I can see. Oh yeah, you can see that. And hopefully I'll remember to keep cleaning my brush out as I go. I don't always do that. I was getting so excited last time, and I was switching my colors all around, and it's just kind of crazy. So I have a scrap piece of paper. Not that it didn't get all over everything else, but just a little scrap piece here that I used to color on. So the first one, I am going to take these all and pull my covers off. You want the brush tips. So this is my favorite technique. This is the way I like to do it. And we're just going to add color, little blocks of color all over. And if you get two colors next to each other, don't worry, it'll be just fine. It all gets pretty in the end anyways. I'll put a little orange over there, and then we'll bring the red down here. It's probably a little hard to see with all the other colors in there. You can make some big, some little, but I try to keep them around the same size, but it's not that big a deal. I'm going to bring the orange back in here. Little green. And you don't even need a pattern. You just go. Let's bring that red up there a little further, just for a little added fun. Isn't that what stamping's all about? Okay, let's put that orange in there. All right. Now we're going to put our lids back on. Hopefully the correct markers. There we go. And again, I'm using dark pumpkin pie, dark real red, and dark old olive. And the reason the dark work the nicest is because they have a little bit, of course, darker image, so it won't turn out like oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Ooh, let's go on the clean side. Real washed out. You're going to get a little bit more vibrant like this one here. So, all right. Now, you can grab whatever kind of tool you'd like to transfer your alcohol. I like using paintbrushes. I've seen some demonstrators use the aqua painters, but I like the fact that, and I'm using the middle size one. Mine's actually a number 8 flat. So it just gives a little, little pounce, you can say. Okay, I like to start on the edges and work my way in. And what's going to happen is this is going to start blending for us already. So you'll see those colors start to blend. And here's where you get those other color, the neat lines in there. But don't be afraid to move that ink around a little bit. You can do that. Every single one you do is going to be different. Oh, I'm going to try to turn this. I have something sitting there and it keeps bumping, you guys, and I don't want your eyes to go wacky on me. All right. So now that we got that green all nice and juicy, let's keep doing that. Bring a little in there. I'm going to touch off so I can get my red. And then a little pounce in there. Ooh, and I was going to bring a straw because what I like to do is sometimes I blow it. So I don't want to get my head in the way. And it works really cool if you have a straw. You can start to blend some of your colors that way as well. I'm going to stick in the red here quick. And I'm going to come down here because we can blend these two colors together. If you get a lot of ink on here, it's okay, but what might happen is it might curl once it starts to dry. Okay, so see this nice one right over here? I'm going to give that just a little help. Oh, it's so fun. And there's no real technique to this. You're going to discover the way you like to move these around the best. See, I like those little lines, but then some of this clear spots, oh, it's just, it ends up so pretty. It moves on its own. And you can, like I said, you can guide it a little bit and help it move around, but if I just leave this like this, it's going to create that really cool, these lines. Those are so cool. Then I just put a little in there just to clean that up. Blend in that red in with the orange. I need a little bit more here. There we go. I don't know if you can see my little pad of, actually it's TP. You can use whatever you want. That's just handy for me. I'm downstairs and I don't always have my my paper up there. Oh gosh, why can't I think of it? I had not had a good day at work today, so I'm so glad I'm here with you guys today because you just make my days better. So I thank you for joining me today. You already made it better just knowing that you've come to visit and hang out with me while I show you this really cool technique. So there we go. See how that blends so nicely? Oh gosh. And then I'll show you some other colors. I'll show you the other way of doing it. I like this way because it's just kind of faster than the other one. The other one's a little slow, but I know some of my Stampin' friends are a little on the precise side, which is just fine because that's how I started out. I'm like, tearing paper. Why would you tear paper? Perfectly good paper. But then when you see the results of that paper tearing, it turns out pretty cool, doesn't it? So, there we go. And again, you can give it a little, let me put this down. You don't have to do that, but it looks kind of cool. And you can always go back. Let me dry this off and clean an area up if you think there's too much. Of course, I never think there's too much. Trying to blow that over there. But if you think it's too light or you want to add a little more, you can do that. Let's just say this spot right here. You can go back in, bring your marker back in, and pop some of that in there. And then bring your brush back in and add a little more color. Now it's going to create two different effects. It's going to spread this out and it's going to create them cool little lines again. So if you like those little lines, just go back in and add a little bit more and then get that to spread out. can always get it to blend in a little bit over there, but then you get the little lines. So see how cool that is? This, I'm gonna just dab that around so it doesn't look like it's puddled. There we go. So it's kind of cool when you make those little lines. And then it looks even better when you back it with white. And again, every one is going to turn out different. This one is a little softer, I think, than this one, where I created a lot of those little dark lines in there because I thought those were so cool. And then here's the one we just did now. And the more you play with this, the more you're going to have fun with this. All right, so let's look at the second way of doing this. And this one, I'm going to pull these off again. We'll stick with the same colors. Brush. And on this one, they were basically showing to start and do one color at a time. And then you're going to edge out your designs. And again, you can blow on that if you want to. Soften it up a little bit. But then you're going to get a lot more of these unless you, let's do our next color. Bring this one in. Clean this off a little bit. You see I'm getting a little pink in there. And then again, go around the outside. Let it come in. You're going to get that design. Bring your colors. You can bring these two together now. I'm kind of like the faster way better. Although again, like I said, if you are one of those people who likes to be very precise, and a lot of this is just practice, playing and practicing, and you'll figure out different ways that you like it to go. You might like more of the blown look. And then you just keep going. Just keep adding more colors. Clean off my brush a little bit there. On the outside. One in the middle. I just love when you can really play and create however you want. This is a fun technique. This is just fun. If you have an afternoon, I hear it's going to rain tomorrow. So if you have an afternoon and you just want to play, grab your Stampin' Blends. You have to use alcohol markers. Somebody asked me if you can use Sharpies. Nope, won't work. You need an alcohol marker and your alcohol, and then you can create. Let's get the orange back in here. The green off. Trying to get a little less alcohol here, so it seems to have a lot. So what are you thinking so far? You liking? Are they Copic? Those are alcohol markers, correct? If so, I wouldn't see why you couldn't do that. But it's just a really neat technique. And like I said, this is kind of slow. And so it's, I think I did the first one I think I did this way, which was fine because you're just experimenting. So maybe this is a good place to start, is this one here, where you just bring one color at a time. And then the more you play and the more you get used to it, I'm going to watch this. Drop one right in there. Oh, gosh. You guys can have so much fun with this. Just keep playing. It's just a cool technique. There we go. So, thoughts, anyone? You liking it? I do. I think this is so much fun. Okay. Let me grab here a full sheet of white so I can kind of show you the difference here. Okay, so here's kind of our spotty technique, which is still kind of cool. I mean, it still turns out pretty. Look at you're still getting your veining in there, and you're still getting your little puddles or whatever. Here's the other one. See what I mean? When I use a lot of alcohol on mine, they curl up a little bit. So usually what I do is I just hold it flip it upside down and put something on it until I'm ready to work. But you're going to want to mount this on your white cardstock anyways, because it just makes the colors pop. So there's not a whole lot of difference depending on how you do these. So me, I kind of like the fast way. So I'm just going to set that off to the side for now. I'm going to leave this out here so I can show you some more colors that I was playing with, because I kind of went nuts. All right, so here we got, this is the Highland Heather. Remember, I'm always working with darks. And this is my polished pink. And this is my Flirty Flamingo. So this one is polished pink. This one is Flirty Flamingo. So see, I used Highland Heather on both of these, but just those, different pinks gave you a little bit different look. This is more of a red tone, and this is like girly, pinky, bubblegum kind of stuff. So I would probably pick this one for my little granddaughters. But those are fun. So that is the polished pink and Highland Heather. And then this is the Flirty Flamingo. And I want to keep these little things together there so I can see. And then I did two blues. So on this one, I did the dark balmy blue and the Night of Navy. So you can see where that Night of Navy has pooled and veined. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. If you guys are liking this technique, I will be back next week, Tuesday, with some other things that you can do with that technique, because it's just so cool. Okay, again, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy for that one. And then if you really want to have some fun, check these out. All right. This one's already on the white. I glued that one down. So this is my Granny Apple Green, the dark, of course. And then I did Bermuda Bay. And again, the dark polished pink. So cool colors. Now let me tell you the difference. This is the one where I colored everything at once. This is the one where I just did one by one. So you can kind of see one color, one color, one color. So, but you still get the veining and everything. So it's just a choice whether how you like to do it. Like I said, this was a great way to start out with just doing one color at a time. And then move your way up into doing all the colors. I just like this. It just goes. And again, you can add, like I showed you, you can always add color back into it and then play a little bit more. So this one is so much fun with the Granny Apple Green, the polished pink, and this is the dark polished pink, and then your Bermuda Bay. So those are fun colors. So I do have because I said I was going to do something with these. So I thought I would actually make a card. Now, when I cut my backs, I just cut this into straight quarters. And then that way I can cut it and trim it the way I want to. If you can cut it in little shapes or whatever. I mean, 4 pieces, however you want to do this. We're just going to make a full background, and we're going to use the Inspired Thoughts and the Inspiring Canopy dies. Now, where's the one I was practicing? And I wanted to make sure that when I use my Stampin' Seal that you really couldn't see it. And if you look really close, you might be able to see a little bit right here, but otherwise I don't see much of that at all. So that's kind of cool that you can't really see that. And then I have a surprise for you tonight. Plus I have our drawing. So thanks, ladies. I like that you are enjoying the color combinations. Like I said, just have fun and play. Go out and look at nature and see what they have to do. That's kind of where this one came in. This one actually has the yellow in. Remember when I started, I pulled the yellow out. So this one has yellow, which is the Daffodil Delight, and then Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive, and Real Red. And they are all in the darks, always in the darks. I'm not saying you can't use the lights. Again, please, if you like that, go for it. That's what I say. You're the boss. That's what I love about Stampin'. Nobody can tell us what to do, right? So I am going to go around the full edge here. And if you are worried about your stuff showing through, I'm going to add a little extra because I'll be trimming some of this off. So if you're worried about the lines from your adhesive, then I would use your glue. Use your multi-purpose glue, and then make sure though that you have, your pad here so you can put your paper down to work off of that. And I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to be trimming that, right? And then I add my glue. I would put that here, and then I would dab a little glue here, and then just dab it and spread that on, which is exactly how I'm going to be doing my trees later. So these are the trees cut from the Inspiring Canopy dies. So there they are. And then we got little leaves, so if you want to add leaves, you can do that. All right. So I'll set this aside. We're going to get this and cut that down. I got too much of a little pile of goodies over there now. So I just want to run this over my paper here quick. I know it's on there because I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus, but I take no chances some days. Hi, Dawn. I hope you saved me some raspberries. Just kidding. Okay, so we want a 4" by 5 1/4 sheet, but I am going to trim this off. Let's flip it this way. I just want to get that little white piece off. Just want to trim that off just so it's all ready for us. There we go. Get that off. Got a nice edge. Look at how that pops on the white. Beautiful. All right. And then we are going to cut this down to 4 inches, but this is going to be, I'm going to go this way here. This one's got the long one, 5 1/4. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit more off of there, just so you get a little bit more of that brown all the way around. Okay, so this one would be an 1/8 inch shy of the 4-inch mark. There we go. Ooh, perfect. All right. Now let us see where. Get that down. I do have a piece already cut down for the inside. So let's take our little piece here. Ooh, because I cut that down a little bit too far. So, let's go this way. We are going to get out our pad here. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of the adhesive. And the reason being is because, there we go, this is wider, and because I'm using the plus, it's a little thicker than the other one, so let's get this on here. And then you have a beautiful inside. Where do we want? Going to put it there because I wanted to get as much color there as I could, and then we're going to trim off that excess. Yes, where is the scissors? Oh, this one will work. I love them. There we go. So this will go on the inside, and you can do it either way. Does that not make your inside just pop? Yikes, I love it. Oh, there's so much you can do with this. I'm so excited about this technique, ladies, that I was playing all weekend and couldn't wait to get here tonight to show you. So, I am going to go this way with our trees, and you can see this just fits on. I'm actually going to go all the way up there, so it's going to cover most of it. You could put this on the adhesive sheets and then cut it out, because that would work out really nice too. But this works nice. You can put it on your silicone pad, and then when you do that, just make sure you wash that all off. And I am going to use the sponge daubers. However, if you do not have the sponge daubers and you just have your sponges, then just put a little, because this, watch, it'll work just as well. And you just want to get some of that up there. Once I start doing this, though, I don't move my project because I don't want glue all over everything. So I mostly get the tips, because we don't want those to pop up, right? And then we got to get some in the middle. And I'm holding this nice and tight, and then I'm going to run a little adhesive down here, my little bit of glue, and it's going to be nice and sticky. I want to make sure I got my edges there, and I'm going to pull this out, and then that actually is going to get washed. We're going to wash all that glue off. I have a love-hate relationship with glue. It just seems to, I don't know, kind of overwhelm me. There we go. Press that down. All right. And that gives your card some nice texture. You got all that beautiful color behind you. And we're going to trim off our extra pieces right there. Always trim from the back, so you can see better, and then you're not cutting any of your white off. There we go. Love, love, love that. But we need a little bit of a greeting. I see I didn't pull this down quite far enough, so I'll tell you a little trick. If you have your early espresso marker, just run it right across that edge and no one will ever see it. So remember, there are no mistakes in stamping, just opportunities. All right, we're going to do that, and we are going to pull a greeting out of Inspired Thoughts. Oops, see, I told you it goes well with our other one. And we are going to stamp with this one. Oh, lucky I have this sitting over here because I wouldn't have my little white piece. Usually I use scraps. Maybe I'm going to pop up quick, and I have so many by my cutter. I'm sure you guys do too. Let's see. All those nice little scraps that Linda doesn't want to throw away. Because guess what? They work perfect for these cards. All right, we're going to grab a little early espresso. And I decided to do the white because I kind of wanted my greeting to pop. That little thank you so much. And then it goes so nice with the inside as well. Kind of ties your whole card together. All right. You can trim that off with your paper cutter if you'd like, or you can just trim it with your scissors. Just going to pull right there. I do not to go too far with that. Take your pick tool. I am going to grab, it's actually papaya, but it's got that nice yellow tone to it, so it looks really good here. Stuck to the glue on my finger. There we go. But if you look real close, it's got little red undertones too, so it really matches nice with our whole piece here. Let me move all of this out of the way. And then we're going to grab our dimensionals. Got the minis this time. One on each end and one in the middle. Whoa. Aw, you guys, I'm so glad you're enjoying this card, because I have this whole technique just really excites me, so I'm glad you're feeling the same way. And don't forget, come back next week, because I've got some additions to do with this technique that I think are going to be really cool. So I think I'm going to pop this up as well. And okay, I'm cheating. I don't have my espresso, but I have this here. See how that just hides that? Come on. My little shaky hands. There we go. Espresso would be better. There we go. Covered. Covered. Ladies, we have it covered. All right. Now, grabbing my strips out. You know, these are not just for shaker cards. I love these. And they are so nice and handy. And yes, I do that. I stick them little puppies everywhere. All right. Pull them off. And let me tell you, you've seen me try to pick off all these dimensional pieces, so you know that it can be, when you're sitting there chit-chatting with a friend, it's not bad. So I'm going to push that down and peel these up, because pulling off 5 or 6 of these is way easier than pulling off 25 little dimensional pieces. And this gives you a nice bold front. Okay, let's get this on straight. Oh, wow. And then our inside, which I will tack in. There we go. And the inside, I just use a regular 4" by 5 1/4. And your card base, of course, is the A2, so it is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. So there is our card. And I'm just loving this technique. I hope you guys are inspired to go in your stamp rooms and just start playing tonight, because it is so much fun. But like I said, I have a little surprise for you. My UPS man that made me not so happy yesterday because he left my designer paper sitting on the porch and it rained. So I have a little tiff with that guy. But today he dropped off a big package. So I'm going to give you just a little sneak peek of what's in that box. And if you guys would like to go through a little catalog look through and some sneak peeks into our celebration and new mini catalog that's coming. I have mailed some out and I have some that will be here tomorrow. So message me and let me know which list you're on, and I will let you know if you're here to pick up or if yours will be coming in the mail. Normally, if you're in the West Bend area, I'll have you pick it up. Otherwise, if you're out in, like in the outskirts or Montana or wherever, then I probably mailed it. But here is, I'm not going to open the whole pack. I just want to give you a little peek of what's coming. So this is some 6x6 designer paper, and I'll be showing you more of that. And I'm going to do this on Thursday night. Hopefully I can get enough of you guys to come and join me on Thursday, and then we'll take a look at that. But I got 4 things. Oh my gosh, this one's stuck. These are so cool. These are matte decorative dots. And do they list the colors on here? No, and I don't have my little catalog handy, but I'm guessing this is Old Olive, and this is Daffodil Delight, maybe Cherry Cobbler. I don't know. Why don't you guys guess what 4 colors these are? And then we might have a little prize or something on Thursday night. Okay. And then we have these gorgeous snowflakes. I could not resist. I know, every year I say, don't you have enough snowflakes, Linda? But look at these. And they're die cut for us, ladies. They're already done, so we're just going to pop them out of the paper. I don't want to do that now yet, though. But look at the sheen on there. Nice, nice, nice. And I'll bet you we can do some extra stuff with these. So that's another one. Okay. And then one more. I could not resist. This is called Bedazzling. Check out this new paper. Oh, wow. Are you falling in love yet? Because this is just gorgeous. I love this. Love this. Oh, they should make this in every color. Because if they did this in the blues and a green combo, or maybe in silver so we could color it ourselves, would that not make an awesome mermaid tail? I'm just thinking wildly. So these are just 4 of the new things in the catalog. And if you would join me, and I'll put a post out. If you will join me on Thursday night, I will go through the rest because I got some more coming tomorrow night. That's why I didn't do it tonight. So we got all those, our card tonight with our wonderful inspired thoughts and inspiring canopy dies. Okay, so if you have any questions about this technique, put them in the messages or in the comments below, or you can message me personally. But before you take off for the evening, I just want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day to watch me, whether you are live or if you catch me on the replay too, let me know. And for those of you who will be watching on my YouTube channel, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. But right now, we're going to do a little thank you to those ladies who came by and watched last week and commented. Again, I am going to do the silver and clear epoxies essentials because they are too stinking cool. I just love them. So I got everybody's name here. We're going to slide this under so we can watch. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you could join us. So we're just getting to the prize party here. So to get your name on this, you will just comment. Let me know. If you're watching the replay, just, give me a like or let me know that you're watching the replay, or if you're on YouTube or whatever, just let me know. We'll get your name on here. And let's see who the lucky winner is tonight. Ooh, that was close. Miss Barb. Miss Barb, you are the winner. Sorry, I'm juggling this around of our clear and silver epoxy essentials. That's a nice sampling of those. And then we have our card for this evening. So again, I want to thank you for taking time out and watching me and hanging out with me this evening. You guys are awesome. And don't forget, I'm going to have part 2 of this technique next Tuesday night. So be watching for that, and I'll post a reminder so everybody's there. But there are some cool things you can do with this cool technique. Thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, everyone.